and welcome to the Happy Psychic School of the Psychic Arts. Lesson 2, Divination, Pendulum. Getting started. In 1982, when I was 13 years old, I ordered by mail a book called The Magic Power of Witchcraft by Gavin and Yvonne Frost, who had founded a school of Wicca in 1968. Among the book's passages, there was a chapter on pendulum. In those days, New Age shops, such as Nature's Spirit, where I am filming presently, were called occult shops. They were very few and far between, and pendulums were not yet for sale. The instructions in the book were to pull one of my hairs and tie it to a cherished object, such as a favorite necklace, pendant, or a ring. For yourself, you may like to create your own pendulum thusly, or you may like to purchase one with a lovely crystal attached to it, such as this one. When choosing a pendulum, it is always recommended to stand in front of the display and choose whichever pendulum jumps out at you, meaning whichever pendulum you think you like or prefer. Take your time. Myself, I have several pendulums. I use this one with rose quartz for matters of the heart, children, and health. I have one with a white stone for more grounded or worldly goal-oriented questions, and a brass-colored one for money and career questions. The pendulum is believed to have originated as an ancient way of determining the gender of an unborn baby. When held over the abdomen of an expecting mother, a circular swing would indicate a girl, and a straight line swing, a boy. To cleanse and charge your pendulum, I recommend washing it with warm salt water. I prefer pink Himalayan sea salt when I'm cleansing and clearing things, but any salt will do. Then lay your pendulum out in the light of the full moon. Myself, I like to then leave it out for half the day to also absorb light directly from the sun. Please note that moonlight is actually sunlight reflecting off of the moon. It is picking up the moon's energy on its way here. If you can't put your pendulum outside, a windowsill will do. If you let others touch your pendulum, then you should clear and cleanse your pendulum again. The pendulum should be kept in a small black bag or wrapped in silk to prevent it from picking up random energies or losing its charge. If you have not yet watched the Lesson 1 videos called The Basics Before We Begin, you really should do so. Either way, it bears repeating, we do not invite spirits to interact with our divination tools. We are utilizing our own psychic energy and drawing answers from the universe and all that is, not spirits. Our energy and our workspace should be cleared of any negativity beforehand and then protected. I recommend listening to my video called Guided Meditation for opening the third eye before you begin, or your own method for opening your third eye if you have one. I like to scatter some pink Himalayan sea salt around and then spray some sage spray. A suggested invocation for protection goes as follows. Great Spirit and all that is, we ask for your guidance and protection that we may serve only the greater good. Hold your pendulum between your thumb and forefinger, giving your chain about 5 inches of length. You may like to shape the space between your thumb and finger as an I, representing the third eye, or as an O, representing the sound Om. Open your other 3 fingers, lifting them as much as possible. While you are divining with your pendulum, you may find your fingers will start to relax into a closed posture. And as discussed in a preceding video, a closed posture causes static. You need to have an open posture to receive. When divining, hold your elbow and upper arm so that they are firm to your torso. This will prevent your arm from moving around and causing unwanted swing to your pendulum. Hold your other hand, palm up, underneath the base of your pendulum. Now, we're going to program our pendulum to determine yes, no, and the third answer, maybe, or answer withheld. I'm going to demonstrate now with my own preferred method, which is straight back and forth for yes. I like this swing for yes because it reminds me of nodding the head yes, which is a universal nonverbal indication of yes around the world. If you prefer another form of pendulum swing for yes, feel free to use that instead. For this programming exercise, we are going to force the pendulum deliberately to swing in the yes formation. While swinging your pendulum, repeat 3 times. This means yes. This indicates an affirmative response. This means yes. This indicates an affirmative response. This means yes. This indicates an affirmative response. Good. Now we will program no. I prefer a back and forth horizontal swing because it resembles the universal nonverbal indication of no around the world. Ready? Now deliberately swing your pendulum in your no formation and recite 3 times. This means no. This indicates a negative response. This means no. This indicates a negative response. This means no. This indicates a negative response. Great! Now we are going to program maybe or answer withheld. I prefer for this a diagonal swing halfway between yes and no. Ready? Now you deliberately swing your pendulum in your answer withheld formation and recite 3 times. This means maybe. This indicates answer withheld. This means maybe. This indicates answer withheld. This means maybe. This indicates answer withheld. Good job! Now your pendulum is programmed for simple yes or no questions. I will demonstrate. Holding your pendulum thusly, fingers in an open position, either an I or an Om, your arm tucked into your side, your hand underneath, palm up. Your pendulum will swing around in a circle while it waits for a yes or no question. Is my name Nicolina? Yes, my name is Nicolina. Is my name Rumpelstiltskin? No, my name is not Rumpelstiltskin. Now, another very good question for asking the pendulum is this space clear of any negative energies? Good! Now we will befuddle the pendulum by failing to ask a simple, very concise, yes or no specific question. Was it raining outside yesterday sometimes or what? Well, I got a maybe. It's not answering the question. I wonder why. When asking a yes or no question of the pendulum, it is very important to be specific. Another method of divining simple yes or no questions is to use a pendulum board. You could make one yourself, or you could purchase this one from Nature's Spirit. Bev, one of the owners of Nature's Spirit, makes these herself from trees that have fallen naturally on her property. Demonstrating a pendulum board. Is my name Nicolina? pointing to yes, my name is Nicolina. Is my name Rumpelstiltskin? No, my name is not Rumpelstiltskin. Is it raining outside yesterday or what? The pendulum doesn't know if it was raining outside sometimes yesterday or what.